What up, everybody? Once again, you're tuning in to the Fly Spread Masters show. I'm your host, Sun Low. Got a great guest. Came all the way from New York. Give it up for my homeboy, Polo Contest Man. Cheers, brother. How are you, man? Good to see you, man. Glad you came through. Absolutely, man. The pleasure's all ours, man. Looking spectacular, marvelous, fresh, as usual. I mean, wow, Team Magnificent definitely knows how to shut it down, man. Salute, accolades to them, man, especially to the other crews that's out there doing it as well. But this is what I got you here for, man. I got a few things I'm trying to figure out along with all of y'all. We just want to know, when was it the first time that you said, I want to do this, this is what I want? Like what was it that got you to like want to get into this?
Ironically, back in '92, I was really a church boy. It's a friend of mine named Richie. At that point, we were still cool friends. I was more of a suit guy. I must have had at least 80, 90 suits.
Wow.
And I used to wear Zodiacs.
Wow.
And you know, they used to call me GQ on the block. But every time we would go to a party, he would be like, come on, man, why you always dressed like that? So he took me to Sims. We went to Sims, and then I copped some polo jeans, and I copped the half zip Polo USA, and it never looked back after that.
So that goes to my second question. So you're saying when you got to Sims, you saw a USA item and it drew your attention?
He put it together for me, and I just never looked back after that.
Wow, what color was it?
Blue.
It was a
blue, white letters, the acrylic one. It was peeled off. That's why it's still one of the pieces that I truly love. I don't even have that piece anymore.
Wow, the nostalgia of
just that. I know that was my first polo piece that I ever had.
Wow, y'all heard that? The USA half zip pullover, navy, white letters. Oh, I just had that not too long ago. That is a very classic piece. Like it's so much you can do with that. You could dress that up. You can go sporty. I mean, you can even if you want to go super bold with a sportsman look and throw that in there. That's really retro 90s. Because back in the early 90s, sometimes we had pieces and we didn't care what theme they were. We just threw it on because it was all about the label, and the label had to speak for itself. So with that being said, I mean, what was the time that you thought like, I need to go with this certain theme, like, because since you said you had all these suits, obviously you already had like a history with putting fresh together.
Yeah, I mean,
so what was your theme like that you choose to like go with?
At that time,
what's your favorite, more or less?
Right now, I like a lot of everything. I like a mix and match of everything. I always call it the classy chic look. So you can mix and match everything. You know, I'm in my 40s, reaching 50, can't always look like a little boy. So I was like kind of being like a more grown man theme.
Right.
So I like to mix and match. I like to do rugbies and shirts and ties under the rugby.
Right.
I like to keep it like that.
Right.
And be able to kind of say, you know what, I'm going here, I could just take this off and I'm good. Or I could just put this on top of it, I'm still good.
Right.
And that's just where I'm at right now. No disrespect to any style, but that's just who I am. That's what I like.
No, it's your lane. This is what makes you.
Yep.
You know, this is what keeps you away from everybody else's style when you create your own style and knowing how to really master it, because you got this in a chokehold right now. Like every time I see you, you straight shut it down, no matter how you're coming, no matter where it's at, like, and you come prepared.
I take a look at it from the founders, the old school. I'm talking about how we used to do it in the 80s and 90s. My thing is everything gotta be fresh, even your footwear. Don't half-ass it. If it ain't mint, I don't want it. If it ain't clean cut, I don't want it. I mean, I think that was a whole era and the aura that you have to keep up with this. This is a very inexpensive hobby. It's a very expensive hobby. If one of the most expensive hobbies you could have. Some guys collect cars, some guys collect cigars, some guys collect cards, but this is just as expensive. And to keep up and understand the concept behind it, you're just not buying pieces. You know, when you're walking in and going to Polo Ralph Lauren, you also looking at it, you know what, I got something that goes with that.
Right.
Or I got to put this and this together. Or you know what, I could dress this up.
Right.
Or I could dress it down. And you know, what makes it fun is the events and saying, you know what, I'm about to shut it down because I'm gonna put this outfit together.
Facts.
that's what makes it fun.
Facts. Well, let's go back to then, and then compare it to now. Is it easier for you now, or was it easier for you then? Like, how is it easier to get the items, or even going into a department store or a thrift shop or however you shop, and say, this is what I'm gonna need to go with what I have already? Is it easier for you?
Here's the thing. I always say Polo is the first social media, and this is the reason why I said it. If you were back in the 80s and 90s, you always knew somebody, and we're still connected today without social media, without cell phones. So somebody always could say he was there back then,
right,
or he was there back then. 6 degrees of separation, that was the first social media. So back then you always did deals. That's how I kind of connected with other guys from T Magnificent, with Lance, is doing deals from back then. Don, or knowing all these dudes from back then, that's how we always did deals.
Right.
I'm gonna say the difference between now and then is called responsibility. Right? Back then, the reality is I could drop any type of money on anything. Now I gotta actually calculate and think, I gotta pay bills.
Right.
So that's the difference.
Right.
And I would say historically the prices of things have kind of changed, right?
Right.
So back then you could buy a teddy bear, you could buy knits for like a buck
right,
25.
Right.
Now
it's like 300.
Exactly.
And then the different other brands, or the labels under the brand of Ralph Lauren himself, you're gonna have like bears that cost you over $600-700.
Yeah.
I mean, give or take.
That's the major difference.
Yeah, it's definitely a heavy upkeep, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You can't even you can't even play with it, man. If you're responsible, and all of a sudden you want to get into doing this, just be prepared to be, spending your rent money or your mortgage money some months, and playing catch up, or playing to rob Peter to pay Paul, or however, or hopefully, rely on a deal or someone to buy something off you. But I guess it's not as easy, but it's also how you make it to be for yourself. You gotta calculate your moves all the way, man. So how's it affected your daily routine? Is it, kind of like 1 minute you're online with it, next minute you're out there on social media with it, the next minute you out there with your homies with it. Like, one way or the other, your routine's gotta be, calculated, right?
Yeah, well, here's my thing. It's pretty no secret that everybody know my love for the young people.
Right.
And I love young people because I'm from the hood. I'm from Newkirk and 21st. And if everybody know about Newkirk and 21st back in the days in Brooklyn, you already knew what it was. So I made it out the hood. And my mother always taught me, you don't live in the hood. You sleep in the hood. You live in one of the greatest countries in the world. You can go anywhere you want.
Right.
So where you lay your head is just where you sleep.
Fact.
But you could live anywhere in your mind by opening up a book, and that's why I try to teach young people. Now, how that relates to Polo, I try to connect, and this is where I look at Polo as being just a foundation and branching out and using the professionals in the polo field to come speak to my young people. I had Sadat X come down. I had he's gonna kill me. Alfred come down,
right,
with his book, and trying to teach the young people different aspects of it.
Right.
So I don't look at it from, people kind of have this misconception, it's just a bunch of old dudes just rocking old clothes.
Right.
Nah, we doctors, we lawyers.
Intellectual, you gotta hit them with it, yes.
Educational.
Yes.
You know what? Just a lot of dudes like to keep their stuff on the humble because of the narrative that was how it started. But as we look at it over the years, we've evolved tremendously. Look at this show that I'm on right now.
Facts. Much appreciated for that. Because of your influence, how does it work with your family and close friends like that's been around you? Like, how they been influenced by getting down with this, or like have you start getting some stuff with some of your loved ones? Like,
well, here's the thing.
You show the love or what?
Back in the days, my collection was ridiculous.
Wow.
Ridiculous. It's really
I can only imagine.
So at this point, I have 3 brothers and 1 sister.
Okay.
They wore all my stuff, and I would never notice.
Wow.
My brother won Best Dress at Lafayette High School, wearing my polo stuff.
Wow.
And that's how huge my collection was back in the days. My family, they look at it, and I, as we get older, they look at it as, this is what he does, that's his hobby. But now they're looking at it, wow, look how he kind of bridged his love for polo and young people and kind of mash it together into something different.
Right.
And that's what's the beautiful thing. They look at it like, the clothes I give away during my contest, how I kind of get kids together and do that.
Well, outside of all this fresh and fly, do you have any other hobbies? Like, is there anything else? Like, what's your vice outside of doing this? Like, is there anything that you do? Cigars is the thing.
I like cigars. I like traveling. I like experience new things. I think the best gift you could give anybody is an experience. I think these things, they fade away, but what's in your mind and what you've experienced lasts forever. And I try to kind of live my life that way. Try different restaurants, try different lounges, different foods, and not stay cookie cutter into the same thing with what our society thinks. Right. So with our society, see a black man, nice car, mad chicks, basketball, and rap. I like to.
It's beyond that.
It's beyond that.
Facts.
I like to experience different things and I read different books.
Absolutely.
And suggest that. And I like to hang out with my friends and my peeps and just build.
Say that, man. Cheers to that, man. Word. Last but not least, where can the public find you? Like, how can we look for you? Where can we just see your displays of effervescent, super fresh, fly spreads?
Nowadays, I'm more focused on what I'm doing for the young people. I drop a little something on Instagram. You can catch me on Polo since '92 _contest man. Right. And then I try to kind of make sure that I give back, and I drop a contest here and there. Whenever a new line come out, I have this thing where I always at least drop one thing, two things for the public, but for them to have. But I look at it as, for me right now is just the love and the evolution of it right now. That's what's driving me. That's what keeps me going. See, how far we gonna go. And that's what I'm watching before my eyes. It's a magical thing where you like, wow, this year we're here, now we're here. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And then I think as individuals, we gotta respect that and we gotta think like that. We gotta think outside the box and say, you know what? Something that started, in which if you still Google that says, a gang, but now it's into shows, podcasts, you got turkey drives, you got all types of things.
Good brothers and sisters put together great causes.
Doing their thing. Hopefully I could come back. I'm just waiting something. I got a big stunt coming. Okay. It's one of the biggest stunts that I've ever done in my life. I don't want to say that. Okay. I don't want to reveal yet. But it's something
just find you on Instagram when you're ready to let them know,
and they're about to see what's about to happen.
Matters. Well, you know what? I appreciate you. Give it up. Polo contest, man. Came through, and we about to see what fly he brought to spread out for y'all. Welcome to the Fly Spread Master Show once again. What up, everybody? You already know what this is, man. Got my brother up in here. He about to show y'all what he came here to do. He gonna lay his fly down. He's gonna spread it out, and y'all gonna know what this man is all about. What up, Polo contest, man?
What's good, y'all? Polo Sense Contest, man. It's a pleasure to be here at Fly Spread Masters. I'm gonna show you how we get fly.
Crack that bit, eh?
First, you gotta make sure the bag is legitimate. If it ain't low, you don't know. You gotta make sure you know what you're doing, right? I like to kind of keep it, I would call it casual chic. Pretty much where I could actually go to work and go to a function all at the same time. I can leave my job and still look fly.
Already.
So I'm gonna open it up. I'm always saying the staple is to always have at least 14 of these shirts, white ones, right? Collar always gotta be crisp and clean. They call that the Oxford shirt. With this, you kinda can flip it in and out any which way you want. With that, because I can either wear it open up or I could just go right straight to work and drop a nice little crest tie with it.
Hey, you see the horses? Look at this. All right, man. Yeah, what I'm talking about.
I like the Black Watch Tartan because you can actually mix and match them So, you know, you got to get the nice casual pants. It doesn't look underdressed, it don't look overdressed. You always look crisp and clean anywhere you go. I'm ready for a black tie affair, or I'm ready for a polo get lit function.
Say that.
Put that there.
Wow. Look at the indentation on the inside right here. This is serious.
Now, you know, you can kind of throw on the sweater. Some people don't like it, but I like it. I think it always looks fly. Gives that fly, preppy look sometimes. Once again, like I said, if I'm going to a polo function, all I do is I'm taking off the tie. I could, you know, wear the cardigan. You know, the cardigan. I don't want to show my white shirt. I just button it all the way up to the top, and nobody even see that. Maintain the fly. I could also flip it open and make it pop and show the tie. Right? You definitely always gotta have a crown. So, you know, I like to go with the driver's cap all the time. You know, I'm a driver's cap individual. Like I said, it still looks preppy, still looks chic, classic flies, clean. So you can throw that on. Then, you know, if I wanna really kinda overdo it, I throw on the Brisky Night. I throw the jacket over it. You know, you kinda flip it up like this. Kind of flip the collar down sometimes to show the tie.
Down. This is cool.
A man has a belt, and the belt has to match the shoes. So you can't sometimes go with the darker black belt or darker blue belt. You just gotta give it a little pinch of brown so it could just pop a little bit, right? We have, you know, the Oxford shirt tucked in, and everybody sees a belt. It's definitely polo. Then you could, last but not least, I call this always the secret weapon. These boots are always the secret weapon. The reason why is you cover them up, they could look like normal shoes, and you could go anywhere. You put them inside, you look sporty. And that's what's great about these boots. And they're very durable. You can look at the bottom. See the patches on it. These boots, I have them almost in every single color. And I must have had these maybe 5 years, and they still maintain. I think it's one of the best boots Polo made besides the Cookie. And, you know, there's my layout.